What's going on, guys? Chad here with Green Light Shooting, and welcome to this new video. So today we're talking about some Nitecore flashlights. They're pretty dope, I have to admit. So first up, we've got the Nitecore. This is the SRT9. This one is specifically like a search and rescue. This one's a big light. It's not your EDC light, but it's pretty cool. This thing is insanely bright at 2150 lumens, and it's got a bunch of different options of red, green, blue, blah, 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 as well as adjustable, strobe, all that good stuff. So let's check it out. I've already got it unboxed right here. It does come with this nice little pouch. You've got a little belt loop here with some Velcro, little clip. So yeah, pretty cool. Open that up, and here it is. You can attach or detach this if you don't like it. But okay, so this is the design itself. As you can see, it's pretty sleek. The front here has no aggressive bezel, but it's a big face. It's really, really bright. That belt clip is really small. I mean, I don't know. This thing is relatively heavy. It's 8 ounces without batteries, so it is fairly heavy. You add the batteries in there, and this thing gets weighed down pretty much. That belt clip there is fairly small, I have to admit. I would much rather holster it on here than try and clip it to my belt or anything like that. The thing is about 8 ounces without batteries, and once you add the batteries in, it does get pretty heavy. So it runs on either 4 CR123 batteries or 2 18650 batteries, I think they're called. They run all the way up along this portion of the body. To get to those batteries, you've got a button here and a button here. You need to press those and pull this little back plate off. It's fairly difficult. Those buttons are somewhat of a pain, so I don't really want to do it. But that's how you do it, is you push those in and you pull this top off, and as I mentioned, the batteries just kind of roll in there. On the back here, we do have the button. That's just your on and off button, as well as where this clips to. Now, the big deal with this, though, besides how bright it is, first of all, let me turn this thing on. Woo! That thing is serious bright. Don't get mad at me for pointing the light at the camera. That thing is seriously bright. As I mentioned, 2150 lumens with this thing. So yeah, a lot. Okay, so right here on the top here, you can see this ring. This ring is what's going to adjust the different modes. So if I flip this on, I can adjust this down, and you can see the brightness can come all the way up, all the way down, all the way off. Flip it again. We've got, you can't really see it there, but that's like a black light, like a UV light. Flip it one more, we've got red. Man, it looks weird on the screen. Flip it one more, we've got green. One more, we've got blue. One more, we've got like a strobing red-blue kind of cop siren look. One more. Whoa! A freaking strobe. That was bright. Okay. Yeah, all those different modes. And then, let's see, all the way back up to there. And then one more for just a quick strobe. Woo! Okay, and then all the way up here. Now, if you're epileptic, I found out that I'm supposed to warn you guys. This is a flashlight video, but I'm going to turn on the strobe with one more. Ash strobe is bright, dude. Okay, let's flip this thing off. Whew. This is not like a close quarters flashlight. This thing, as the description says on Amazon, it is specifically intended for law enforcement, for search and rescue, for those times when you're out camping, hunting, and you're completely in the dark. It's pretty cool. It claims a 285-hour runtime, which is pretty crazy for this bright of a light. I assume that it's certainly not at the brightest that this thing can go, probably at the dimmest. But still, I mean, at the brightest, I don't know, you're probably looking at still quite a long runtime, which is pretty cool. I will say, after using this thing for, I used it for one night. It got hot, man. Like, I left it on at full blast for a couple minutes, and it was already starting to get where, I had to switch hands because it was getting uncomfortably hot. I've heard that the CR123s are hotter than the 18650s, so that could lead to it a little bit, but that's just something that I've noticed with these bigger flashlights. It is going to heat up. They claim some cooling things in their Amazon page. I honestly haven't noticed it too much, but yeah. So, yeah. That's pretty much this light. It's a good light, honestly. It's very robust, it's very strong, it's sturdy, it's bright as all hell, it's reliable. Ooh, reliability, there's one thing I want to mention. On the one night I was using this, we used some off-brand 18650 batteries, and it wouldn't turn on. So I know that's a concern with these bigger flashlights, you know, like what batteries will and will not work. And I don't even know what brand they were. They were just some off-brand. I think they were off-brand rechargeables, in fact. And yeah, I couldn't get them to work. So I ended up using Energizer CR123s, and it's working just fine. But definitely keep that in mind if you're a big battery junkie. Okay, the Nitecore SRT9, this thing's running for $120 on Amazon. I looked around, price checked kind of some different competitors and stuff like that, and it's about where it needs to be in terms of its competitors anyways. So yeah, it's a good light, decent price. It's a nice light to have around in emergencies, I think is what this is. You know, you throw it in a get home bag or a camping bag, or just some, you know, backup, like lights go out, generators and stuff like that. This is one you want to have on your side. So pretty cool little option here. Okay, now let's move on to Nitecore's other option. This is their Concept 1, 1800 lumens. This one's a little more along the EDC line. Yeah, there's nothing special in the box. So here it is. Again, comes with a little pouch, which is nice. You have, again, a little belt pouch with a little clip. Undo that. And here is our little light. Again, you can flip this on and off as you like. So this thing is about 4.5 inches or so. It's just over 2 ounces without batteries, but it does take either 2 CR123 batteries or one 18650 battery. Now, reading through the reviews, I have noticed that it doesn't take just any 18650 battery. There are specific ones that this thing needs to run, so that's kind of a pain. But again, I just use the Energizer CR123s and it's fine. So here it is. You can screw that off to get to the battery compartment. On the front here, everything is smooth, but yeah, it's nice. It's a sleek little setup. I like how it's only one button, and that is the button right there. If I push it and hold it for a sec, it'll come on. If I push it and hold it again, I can never get this thing to go off right. Okay, so on, off, on, off, on, off. Like I can feel the button depressing. Look at that. I'm pushing this thing. Okay, when it works, you're supposed to be able to push it once to go on, once to go off. If I want to cycle through the different modes, it claims there are 5 different modes. I've only been able to find 3, but it says to go through them, you just push it once and you hold it, and it goes low, medium, high, off, low, medium, high, I guess. It says that there's like a strobe and stuff. I can't find the strobe. I don't know what I'm doing, but there's definitely low, medium, and high. Okay, this thing is supposed to put out 1800 lumens at full blast, which I mean is really bright, especially for a flashlight of this size. It says you're supposed to be able to see a max throw of this thing at 220 yards, which is out there, you know, on obviously ideal situation, that's definitely out there. This thing also claims 300 hours of runtime. Again, I'm sure that's at its very dimmest setting, but still, at the highest, maybe that means it'll go 50 hours or something. So that's pretty good. There is a hot symbol right there, which makes me think that if this thing were on for a long time, it's gonna get hot like that other flashlight I mentioned. I haven't run this one near as hard, so I don't know. I'm a little upset that I can't turn it on and off as desired. Do you see me pushing that? Man. What a bummer. This thing is cool. I like the form factor of this. It's really sleek. I'm going to set this one off to the side. I'm not going to recommend that one. I don't know what's up with the button. This one, however, the SRT9, I am going to recommend. I think it's a really good flashlight. A couple things I forgot to mention about this guy. IPX8 waterproof, water resistant, and impact resistant at 1.5 meters. So the SRT9, I do like. Keep in mind that back battery panel is a pain, and keep in mind that you'll probably need some good branded batteries in here. This one's 120 bucks. This one's running at like 65-ish dollars. I really like the form factor of this one. This one's super sleek, but it's just unreliable. So anyways, the link to each of them is down in the video description below. Make sure to check them out, the SRT9 and the Concept 1. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time on Green Light Shooting.